fork in the road, if I understand correctly, is to really get to the seed incident, really get to the thing that started it all, as opposed to repeating it all.
Yes.
Does that?
Ooh, what started it all? My opinion, unhealthy food. What's the original sin? My opinion. Okay. My opinion is the core problem in the world is the menu. It's something that we all do every day. The common core. So my mission is to fix that. It's an old flyer I made. My hands. Teaching the kids how to eat. Okay, so I'm making Dino trax. That's my first recipe that I'm gonna really make happen. For anybody who doesn't know who I am, I'm a former UFC fighter. I got mild traumatic brain injury from all the subconcussive blows, and when I retired, or when I stopped fighting, I spent 4 months with Dr. David Jubb, who taught me his program for healing the brain. And it involved cleansing with this special menu, and I'll go over the ingredients in a minute, and also whole brain functioning. His program of language, where you actually can bring a full charge into the brain using your language rather than be operating in the limited brain function. So I'm gonna do my best to, do you proud, Dr. Jubb. I know that I got a lot of bad habits, but let's see if I can become successful. This is pretty good. It just came up on my feed after I was watching something else. Dr. Paul Conti, Therapy, Treating Trauma and Other Life Challenges. I just started. It's 40 minutes in of a 2.5 hour thing, but supposedly they're going to go over mushrooms and a bunch of other stuff. But today, apparently, we're going to talk about, let's see what this is all about. Floor sealant. So I'll read this, and then I'll go to the kitchen and make some more stuff. Let's see. Alaska's news source. Juno. Good day, mate. How are you? I wanted to do the news early today because I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat, bro, and I'll probably lose my energy, and I won't operate from my full brain anymore. I did have coffee this morning when I woke up. I woke up before 4 a.m. So you were on last night with me. I think it must have been midnight. Close to midnight when I went to bed. I woke up before 4. couldn't fall back to sleep. I had energy. So less than about 4 hours of sleep fasted was enough. But I still got to go to the bathroom. You know, Dr. Job told me that when you empty your intestines out, the walls, so you have a tube, right? Your intestine, and now when there's nothing in there, the walls can touch each other, and it's like two hands washing each other. You know, when you're washing your hands, it's hard to do it with one hand. So he said empty out, and then as far as healing your intestines, you get the two sides cleaning each other up. So there's something that's going to come out. I've also been doing things that have material in it, like the lemon juice and the apple juice in my fizzy shots, and the magic mushroom blended beverage that I've been doing every day. So, there's a couple of reasons why I still got stuff that's got to come out. But I had coffee this morning at like 4-ish or 5 when I got out of the house. I came back and I shaved. I'm going to get a haircut also because my girlfriend's sister's in town. I want to impress her. So I'm going to have them do a skin fade up to here to take out all the gray. But they don't open till like 10. So I shaved, and then I went to Whole Foods. I did find out that nutritional yeast raised $6 from $15.99 to $21.99. The label on the rack still said $15.99. So when I brought it up, I said, "Whoa, hold on a second." And the lady was nice enough to give me the $15.99 price. I bought 2 of them because that's going to go in the Dino trax recipe. But let me just do a quick maths here, and we'll figure out how much this inflation has hit nutritional yeast. So we have $15.99 times X equals $21.99. So I got to go, hold on, let me clear this. $21.99 divided by $15.99. 1.3. Okay, so hold on, I got to do the reverse. $15.99 divided by $21.99. No, I had it right the first time. It's a 31%. $21.99 divided by $15.99. This is algebra. 37% and a half. 38%. 40% raise in nutritional yeast price. And then, after I drank the coffee, I waited a while. Whole Foods opened up at 7:30, and then at about 8 o'clock, which was about 3 hours after I had the coffee, I had Jub's Omega tea. So I'm happy I got that done, and when that comes out, we'll see. But I am going to eat. I got a bag of apples and pears at the gym, which I bought for my kids last week. They didn't need all of it, so, I don't like to waste food. I'll probably munch on that. I bought a thing of walnuts. I bought 2 things of celery. And I also have from last week zoodles and marinara sauce. So I think it's still good. I'll do a little taste test and see. But if I eat all that, I'll be in a food coma, and I won't have the energy to broadcast. So I figured I'll do it early. And Project Blue Agate, which is my MK Ultra government secret operation to make this news broadcast a thing. They sent me all the news items early, so we got what we need. Okay, so how's that for an intro? Juneau School Board learns more about 12 kids who ingested floor sealant instead of milk. How'd they not taste it? Hello? Can I watch
The
this?
school board wants to know how 12 kids and 2 adults drank floor sealant thinking it was milk. The incident occurred on Tuesday, and some parents were not notified until hours after it happened. Sean McGuire has an update live from Juneau tonight after a special school board meeting that happened earlier today.
Mike, an investigation is ongoing, so we don't know exactly what happened on Tuesday. We do know that the evidence doesn't show that this was a deliberate incident yet. We also know that Nano Management Services was the food service subcontractor who gave the kids this floor sealant. Its president, Eric Billingsley, attended Friday's meeting, and he described that the white milky sealant was inadvertently shipped on the same pallet as milk. Warning notifications were also not noticed, and the contractor said its employee did not follow its policy to sample before serving food or drinks to kids. Impacted parents called in frustrated how this incident occurred at a summer childcare program and why it took so long for them to be contacted by the district. Some reported their kids felt symptoms like nausea, headaches, and generally feeling anxious.
I don't know if he'll ever be comfortable going back. And I know that him staying home is not the best thing because me and my mom are having to both not go back to work.
Now, the school district says that as of Wednesday evening, all of the kids have somewhat recovered and some of them have fully recovered. The district is going to be updating its emergency notification policy, and the contractor is going to be updating its protocols to make sure an incident like this never happens again. Mike?
Sean McGuire live from Juneau. Thanks, Sean.
Wow. Just when you thought the school cafeteria food couldn't get any worse. Sheesh. Well, that's what you get for drinking milk, my bro. Dairy is the #1 most cancerous thing that people eat. I'm not going to say cured meats, even though that's more cancerous, but not as many people eat cured meats as eat cancer. I mean, as eat milk. And they put milk in everything. So I think milk is actually worse. What do you think? What do you think is the most cancerous thing that people eat? What's the most unhealthy thing that people eat? I think it's dairy. Because it's touted as such a healthy food. Oh, gotta get your calcium. Gotta get your insulin growth factor, which is the thing that makes the tumor grow. You know, it makes everything grow. People do get big on milk. I'm not going to deny that. But bigger is not always better. You don't want big tumors. You don't want big, stiff joints. Matter of fact, the more size you have, the less longevity you have. Because you have a certain amount of energy to animate your machine, and you got to work harder. You know, just like you're lifting weights. The more weight you got to lift, the harder you got to work. So who says you need to get big? Now, getting strong is good. Strong, survive, get strong so you can survive better. Increase your fitness. But that doesn't equate to size. Matter of fact, for natural strength, what that means is density. The muscle gets denser. It doesn't get bigger. The reason why people get bigger is because of hormonal abuse. They're either taking exogenous hormones straight out of the needle, or they get it from the cow or whatever animal. But let's see. What about the floor sealant, though? I mean, it's pretty bad. They must have had it in a recipe, because otherwise, like, how are you even gonna ingest that? Don't you taste it? Don't you smell it? They must have like just dumped it in some vat of a recipe that they were making. Mac and cheese or whatever. Speaking of mac and cheese, this is my Dino trax recipe. It's based on goldfish. My son, Zach, my firstborn, that was the major thing that he got addicted to when people started giving him junk food. I yelled at my ex-wife, I yelled at my parents, and all the yelling that I did just got me in trouble and damaged my relationship with those people. Didn't change their behavior. So maybe yelling was not the best idea. Maybe I should have screamed. Maybe I should have used the negotiation tactics, which I'm learning now from Chris Voss's Black Swan group on YouTube after reading his book Never Split the Difference. So people respond to negativity. It's called loss aversion. In sales, you get more out of somebody from talking about what they stand to lose than what they stand to benefit from. So, I would say something like, I would say something like, oh, well, you're gonna think that I'm a health nut. You're gonna think that I think you're a bad parent. You're gonna think that I'm judging you for having no discipline. And I'm just high on my horse, with my life food certified, and you're just trying to give the kid something that he likes. Would it be too much to ask? Would it be crazy to find something that he likes that's healthy? Here's my recipe. This is the shape underneath, which I'm working on. I still haven't made the cookie cutter mold yet, but I want to do the whole sheet at once, just kind of like stamp it down, so I don't have to cut each individual piece. But so I'm following this, and I organized my ingredients, so I just go down the line this way I don't forget where I'm at. Okay. So the first thing is 4 cups buckwheat. That's half. It's over 1, 2, 3, 4. So these buckwheat groats have been sprouted. Smells great. It's like less than 4 though. I really want to get a new Vitamix. This one is just the worst one I've ever had. But just a little more to line it up. Alright. 4 cups buckwheat. Now we're going to do 3 cups pumpkin seed. There's 1. Once I get this recipe down, start ordering these ingredients in bulk online. Two. 3. Alright. Next. 1/2 cup sea moss. Already blended. Sea moss is the most underrated nutritional powerhouse and recipe superstar. It makes everything creamy, and when you dehydrate it, flexible. Very underutilized in vegan cooking or for food preparation. 1/2 cup chia. Chia I put in for a couple of reasons. It's also going to hold the Dino trax together so that it doesn't crumble as easy. Chia goes like this. Sucks. It sucks everything. 1/3 cup apple cider vinegar. 3/2 cup H2O. So this is 1/2. 2/2. 3/2. Okay. 1/2 cup nutritional yeast. Okay, I'm going to use the same measuring cup as the chia because they're both dry. Nutritional yeast. 2 teaspoons salt. This is Celtic. It's the only salt I use because it's sun dried. So this is a legitimate life food recipe, meaning nothing is cooked. This salt, dried by the sun. I am going to put in 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, which I think is going to help it rise, get fluffy. Now we blend. Random question from HTML. What's your opinion on adding trace minerals to tap water, and if so, what's the best brand or things to look out for? Okay, so tap water is not going to be saved by any trace minerals. So if you're going to start with a water, get a water that's pure, which is reverse osmosis or distilled. You can't really buy ultra pure water, but that would be taking a distilled water or a reverse osmosis water and then running it through a deionizer. And that's called medical grade water. Alright?
Very bad.
Medical grade water is the best, but pure water is second. Okay? Anything other than that, you're going to have parts per million of total dissolved solids. And tap water has other chemicals that they put in there on purpose, like chlorine. Also, I heard that tap water now, because it's municipal water, it's been tested for pharmaceutical drugs from everybody's pee or whatever. I don't know. Once you get the pure water, though, the minerals that you're going to put in is this. Alright? So, let me see if I can find my recipe. David Jubb has a recipe in his book right here. We'll just pull this one out real quick. Life Food Recipe Book. Let's see here. Page 41, the Life Food Kitchen. Highly alkaline charged water. Page 41. Alright, take a screenshot. Okay. And screenshot this also. Okay. Alright, that's enough. I'll read this to you. Highly alkaline charged water. 1 gallon distilled water, parentheses, reverse osmosis, if possible. 8 to 15 drops seawater from the ocean, or a pinch of Celtic sea salt. So that's a pinch per gallon. A pinch is an actual measurement, that you can look up or just use your fingers. 1 or 2 quartz crystals, 3 inches long or larger. And this says 30 drops alkazone or other alkaline substance, and magnets optional. I don't use the alkazone. All I use is the Celtic salt. Combine all into a gallon glass jar and cover with a lid. Give the water a good spin to the right and place in a cool place out of direct sunlight. The darker the better. Store in kitchen at room temperature. Use for all water needs, that is, drinking, recipes, herbal remedies, enemas, etc. If you live inland, you can buy seawater at your health food store packaged as Catalina Water brand, or use a pinch of Celtic sea salt, sun-dried ocean water, to remineralize. Hello there, Mr. Doyle there, bro, there, boss. I'm making some food right now. I'm not sure, bro. I might go to my parents' house to celebrate because I didn't really get to see my dad yesterday.
Yeah,
My brother's in town.
yeah.
If we don't get together today, what's another day you can do? Can you do Monday?
You know one day.
Alright, because tomorrow is Father's Day. I'm going to have to go over there again.
Okay.
And Monday, I don't have to do construction, so I'll be around.
Fine. How do you do the construction? You got a regular job with that?
It's not regular now.
No. How much you get paid? Is it good?
Yeah, it's decent for the day.
But you don't get a regular pay. You don't get a regular job.
It's not regular, right?
Yeah, I'm still looking for working in restaurants. Probably a job soon. There's a lot out there. Hopefully we'll walk that work soon. Maybe you'll land a construction job soon.
What I'm gonna do is look to bring in business to this building here where I'm at.
Definitely cool. Definitely cool.
Yeah, so the recipe I'm making now is the one that I was telling you about to replace the bread.
Definitely. So that'll be the goal. They get this to the building. They'll all work in the building.
Yeah, turn this place into a commercial food service establishment.
Definitely. You father in mind?
He won't mind if I'm bringing in money for rent.
Yeah. Definitely cool. So he'll keep the building if we give it money, right?
What's that?
He'll keep the building if we give it the money, right?
Will he keep the building if we're making money? I don't know. But if we're making money, we could get any building.
Yeah, we'll first rent it out and then we'll buy it.
Maybe.
Awesome. We'll rent it out from them and then we'll buy it. We'll
Yeah.
buy it. We'll first we'll rent it from them and then we'll buy it out from them. We'll buy it out.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get back in the kitchen.
Alright.
And,
how long do you think before we get the restaurant going?
how long will it take?
Yeah.
Do you need me to comfort you, Sir Doyle, because you're stressed out?
Alright.
I'm asking.
I'll talk to you later.
You know, you're asking me a question that I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because,
Alright.
you know?
I'll talk to you later.
All right, so Monday we'll test out the bread. You let me know how you're gonna give me the taste test,
Okay.
and we'll adjust the recipe from there. And then eventually I'm gonna show you how to make it.
Alright.
So we'll have 2 workers.
Okay.
All right, and we'll do some
Alright, you leave.
and we'll make some other recipes. The cauliflower, and you're gonna bring over your boxes of food so we can go over the ingredients.
Alright.
All right, give me a call for Monday morning.
Alright, bye.
All right, so go. God bless. How long is it gonna take to make a restaurant here? How am I supposed to know? All right, did you get enough out of that book, the Life Food Recipe book for your water recipe? There's another one here. Hold on. There's another recipe book. So that one is written by David and Annie, and this one is written by John Schott, who was the first chef under David and Annie, and he helped them develop all their recipes. This I can send you an ebook if you want to email me. He told me I can send this to anybody. Where's the water recipe? Let me see if it's in the beginning. I don't see it on the contents. This is a good one. It's freaking windy today. Charged water. Charged water is a natural, energetic, and an upgrading process performed on water in order to achieve the most absorbable fluid and useful water possible. In today's world, most sources are lacking in life force and in healing properties. Most are poisonous, engulfed with fluoride, chlorine, heavy metals, etc. That's your tap water. All these have a molecular structure that lacks its proper hexagonal pattern, and its molecules are too large. This makes it difficult What is that sound? I'm just going to fast forward to the recipe. There are many ways of charging water, and some methods are more complex than others. The simplest way is to make whatever water on hand charged by throwing in a pinch of sun-dried sea salt and spinning it with a wooden stick to the right by hand. You hear that? Buzzing. Something's rubbing, I think. The first step is to purchase a high-quality filter. Ideally, you want a pure, or better yet, an ultra-pure water filter. This filter is composed not only of a reverse osmosis carbon filter, but also a deionizing agent that strips the water completely clean and hungry to absorb any pattern. It thus leaves the pure water in a state ready for you to reinforce it with the charging essentials. We follow the pure water with a simple method of remineralization with a pinch of sun-dried sea salt for a 16-ounce bottle, or a third of a teaspoon for a full gallon. This water is then spun ideally with a wooden spoon between magnets under the new moon for cosmic charging and magnetic charging effects with a right spin for about 5 minutes. The water is then left overnight to be dripped over crystals. Complicated, huh? You want this book? It's printable. I'll send you the file. Okay, just send me an email. And then I also have a book on my website. What do we got here? MasterLuki.com. Life Food. Is it library? No. What the hell? Hold on. Blog, MMA, Life Food Shop. Is it shop? No. Is it MMA? No. Free training guide? Oh, there it is. Oh man. Alright, well, I gotta fix my website. There. I call it Force Water, you know, I'm trying to just brand everything and market it. Force Water. 1 gallon pure water, teaspoon Celtic. Got it? That book is free on my website. I thought it was, where is it? About, Yeah, you got to go to the About page. All right. So when you go to, this is the home page. Okay. You go to About, and then click there. And then you scroll down. Nope, that's not it. It's here. Free training guide. Sheesh, that's complicated. There's my menu. Okay, this is able to be printed. Boom, boom. You print it out like this. You fold the pages, and you got some recipes. It's kind of an old recipe book, but they're still good. All right. Long story short, you know. Okay, so blender number 2. Teflex sheets. Okay. My email, you could send it to lukumo at Gmail. You could send it to lifefoodcertified at Gmail. You could send it, yeah, that's either lukumo at Gmail or lifefoodcertified at Gmail. They're both, you know, I got a bunch of emails, but those are the Dino trax, Dino trax. Mm-hmm. Trying to just eyeball it to be even. Alright, now I gotta pee. And what I'm gonna do is set up the next story, go pee, read it, and then talk about it while I'm spreading the ribbit. Dino trax. The next story is Fancy Food Show. Ooh. Very nice. Summer Fancy Food Show. Is that it? Specialty food? Okay. Be right back. I'm just gonna go right up here. Oh shit. That's embarrassing. I pushed down too hard and I peed on my pants. Peed on the zipper area. That's embarrassing. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone I just peed on my pants. Oh, I'm not incontinent. The angle was off. Summer Fancy Food Show. Okay. Javits. Ayo. What's up? You just made my day. Yeah, I'm streaming right now, but I'll stay on the call, and I'm streaming on YouTube. Oh, news items and a recipe. And I just accidentally peed on my pants, so I had to take my pants off. So if you yeah, no, I didn't pee in my pants. I peed on my pants because I was trying to aim, and I pushed like down, and my the fly of my pants. Huh? You don't need to know anymore. I got you. All right. So if you don't want to hear me talk, then either mute me or I'll call you right back. I should be done in about a half an hour. Summer 2022 Summer Fancy Food Show. The Specialty Food Association's 2022 Summer Fancy Food Show was the largest U.S. show devoted exclusively to specialty foods and beverages. Our 2022 Winter Show in Las Vegas hosted about 10,000 in-person participants. We expect the summer show to be larger with a greater number of domestic and international exhibitors, more opportunities to network, and get business done. Okay, what am I looking at here? What am I looking at here? Registration, attending. Let's see this one. Reasons to attend. Latest innovations in specialty food beverage. Okay. Trends and insights. All can be found in one place. That's cool. When is this? Attendee marketing toolkit. Exhibiting. Are you an attendee? Please click here. Click below to see the buyers. New York City and the Javits Center have removed COVID-19 restrictions. To exhibit, you must be an SFA product qualified member in good standing. Okay, so I can't do that. But attendee list. Oh, let's see. Is Vitamix here? TUV. No Vitamix. June 12th to the 14th. Oh, it did pass. Alright. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about this. News. Oh, here you go. Notable products. Trends spotted. Here we go. This is what we need. The trends spotted at the Summer Fancy Food Show. Truffles, heirloom tomatoes, and new spins on salt were among emerging trends spotted at the Summer Fancy Food Show. The annual event, held June to 12 to 14, marked a return following a 2-year hiatus and featured more than 1,800 exhibiting companies. The specialty food market, which encompasses products with limited distribution, gourmet ingredients, and elevated preparations, reached total sales of $175 billion. billion in 2021, up from the year before. A prominent theme in new product development are comfort foods with a twist, a continuation of a trend identified in February. Brands are reimagining classic dishes for alternative diets. Wow, they're biting my style. That's what I said. Just like my quinoa sushi and my quinoa pizza. Allergen-free pretzel nuggets. Okay, interesting. High-protein, low-carb burger bun formulated with sunflower seed flour. Oh, man. I got to get on the ball quick. These people are going to steal my market. Nutcase Vegan Meats. A seed ranch in Colorado debuted boxed vegan macaroni and cheese formulated with potato nutritional yeast, coconut flour, and turmeric. Holy. Alright, I've seen enough. I'm going to go back in the kitchen. You're building that plane in real life? What is that? Whoa. I'm just gonna wash my hands. Never made it into production, huh? Until now. Wait, when you say you're building in real life, are you gonna build a model or are you actually building a real plane? Oh, sick. As a hobby or as a part of your class? Okay, so I'm going to talk about these trends of the food industry. They're responding to the market demand. They wouldn't otherwise. The whole world is going veg. The cattle are dying, whether through natural causes, unnatural causes, or a conspiracy to force people onto a veg diet. We don't know for sure, but what we do know for sure is that the plant-based menu is shown to be the healthiest, and the more animal products, including milk and cheese, and of course meat, the more that people eat, the higher the risk and rate of disease. That was proved by the China study, which was the largest study of human health ever in history. It was done in the, I believe, the 80s. And the results of the China study, which was over a long period of time, over a huge population, and the results were that the more animal products, the more disease, and the less animal products, the less disease. So, whether you want to believe in a global conspiracy of the Illuminati purposely disrupting the food chain, or if you just want to say that people are waking up, you know, they're becoming more conscious about our role as caretakers of the earth, not conquerors, but caretakers. Some people say, oh, we're the apex predator. It's actually not true. A human is not a good fighter compared to a tiger or a true omnivore like a bear and a dog. Most people are pacifists. You know, they want an enjoyable life with their loved ones. They don't want to kill or be killed. You know, me as a fighter, my favorite thing was sparring, or is sparring. I treat it like a game. It's like a puzzle. I'm trying to figure out how to score points. I'm not a psychopath that wants to hurt people. But all these guys in the industry that are telling you you got to eat animal protein, they're all on steroids. I'll just come out and say it. Liver King, Joe Rogan, Mike O'Hearn, they're telling you, oh, you got to eat a certain way and then you'll be strong like me. All you got to do is do steroids to be strong like them. Not that I'm promoting steroids, but there's plenty of, especially nowadays, vegetarian and vegan bodybuilders and powerlifters. Matter of fact, the guy who, I believe he's still the record holder for powerlifting, is vegetarian. What's his name? There's two guys. One guy's from Germany and one guy's from America. Is Felix one of them? That sounds familiar. He's got big sideburns, right? He's got like massive sideburns. And the guy from America is a black guy. I think he's the one who has the record now. Maybe Felix was. I'm not sure. Yeah, buddy. Notable MMA fighters who are vegetarian besides me, you got a guy named Mac Danzig. And there's a guy from Britain, James something. He's in a movie called The Game Changers, which is all about sports performance, veganism for sports performance. I don't consider myself vegan because vegan is a moral issue. It's all about animal rights and not being involved in animal cruelty. I take more of a human health approach and performance. So, I do have leather, I wear leather, not on purpose that I want to hurt animals, but I just, I didn't really put my focus on animals because, I care about people. I care about me being able to become successful as a promoter, a fighter, in my league, of course, with no head contact, and then setting an example for my sons and everybody who wants to be a leader in the future. That you don't need what they say, what they say is, oh, you need to eat this, you don't need to eat all that stuff. You can be successful. You don't need to be involved in any industry that's detrimental to the planet, which not a lot of people know that the animal farming industry is the biggest cause of global warming. Anyway, it's good to see. It's nice to see that that the food trends are following that. And most everyone that I know, I don't know, you can ask around, but most everyone I know that switches to a plant-based menu, they have more energy, they feel better. Alright, I think I only got one more story, let me just check. Alright, I got one more story to go over and then I'm gonna sign off and hopefully do a little gaming with my son. I'll make one more blender full. And you guys got the idea of the recipe. So it's just gonna be, I'll leave the rest to do a little later. So We got 4 cups sprouted buckwheat, which is a complete plant protein. For all you guys that are watching your macros, you know, you think you gotta get a certain amount of protein per day. Buckwheat is a complete plant protein, just like quinoa, just like chia, just like millet. They're actually seeds, they're not grains. They're called pseudo cereals, and they're healthy, unlike grains. So that's one of another reason why I'm not vegan, because vegans eat things that aren't healthy, like grains as well. But it's a step in the right direction. So I encourage all vegans to look further into. Oh, I can't make any more. That's it. I don't have any more buckwheat. So this is the last blender regardless. Just scoop it all out in my hand. Buckwheat is a staple or an ingredient in a lot of cultures, because they make it into something called kasha in Russia, and that's a dish that can be savory or sweet. They make mushroom kasha, fruit kasha. 1, 2, local. Might overflow this blender. Let's see if I can. Salvage it. Extra of everything. You can tell already it's not going to work out. Why do I do it? Farming simulator. Yeah. Yeah, I get. Oh. Hey, heyo, heyo. Hello. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, that person wanted me to send him a recipe book that I had as an ebook. So I gave him an email. He's going to email me, or that person is going to email me, and then I'm going to email it to them. My channel, or I don't know. That's a good question. honestly not too long ago. Because they don't really let you just change your name all the time. You gotta like stick with one for a while. Because I think I changed the address too. I changed it to like Master Lucky's LLC. That's my channel name. YouTube.com/. Alright, let's see if I can actually blend, even though I overfilled it. Usually it doesn't work, but let's pray for a miracle. It has an automatic shut off when it's overheated or whatever. When it's working too hard. So, if I needed to keep going, I basically would unplug it, which I'll do anyway. Unplug it. And let it sit for 20 minutes. Usually shorter than that, but that's what they recommend. Alright. Just gonna clean off a couple of Teflex. One. Two. Alright. Now, before I spread, let me get this last news item up. Oh, this looks like a good one. Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. Where are we gonna go? Alright, I guess we'll go to Oh, first of all, seven Late Show staffers, including the comedian behind Triumph the Insult Comic Dog, were arrested for unlawful entry Thursday night at a U.S. Capitol office building. Wow. They went far for this bit. Holy. Comedian Robert Smigel, among production team, detained by U.S. Capitol Police for filming in Longworth House office building after it was closed to visitors. Wow. The Longworth House office building. What does it do? Nice. 7 Late Show with Stephen Colbert staffers, including the comedian behind Triumph the Insult Comic Dog, were arrested Thursday night at a U.S. Capitol office building in Washington, D.C. Earlier in the day, the production team and Triumph puppeteer Robert Smigel were spotted around the Capitol filming a segment during the third day of the open January 6th hearings. Triumph's Twitter page also shared photos of the cigar chomping dog on hand in the Capitol. Alright, let me actually follow him because he's hilarious. Okay. If this Greg Jacob guy gets indicted, he may be a flight risk. Okay. Later that evening, after the building was closed to the public, the group either remained in or returned to the Longhouse office building to film additional material when they encountered U.S. Capitol Police, who detained the group and charged them with unlawful entry. On Wednesday, June 15th and Thursday, June 16th, Triumph the Insult Comic Dog was on site at the Capitol with the production team to record interviews for a comedy segment on behalf of The Late Show, a CBS spokesperson said in a statement to The Hollywood Reporter. Their interviews at the Capitol were authorized and prearranged through congressional aides of the members interviewed. After leaving the members' offices on their last interview of the day, the production team stayed to film stand-ups and other final comedy elements in the halls where they were detained by Capitol Police. Okay, so it seems like they just didn't leave fast enough. Wow. Sheesh. According to Deadline, the production team was arrested while they were filming outside the offices of 2 Republican members of Congress, Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy and Lauren Boebert. On June 16th, 2022, at approximately 8:30 p.m., U.S. Capitol Police received a call for a disturbance in the Longhouse office building. Wow. Longworth House office building. The U.S. Capitol Police said in a statement, responding officers observed 7 individuals unescorted and without congressional ID in a 6th-floor hallway. The building was closed to visitors, and these individuals were determined to be a part of a group that had been directed by the USCP to leave the building earlier in the day. Oh, so they were told to leave. The USCP added, this is an active criminal investigation and may result in additional criminal charges after consultation with the U.S. Attorney. That's cap. They're not getting arrested. Come on. They're filming a comedy bit. They didn't do any crime. It's trespassing. While the Capitol Police did not reveal the names of the 7 people arrested, the Associated Press confirmed that Smigel and Late Show producers were among those detained. Alright, well, I hope it was worth it. I hope they don't confiscate the footage too. You know, after all that, I hope they at least get the footage. What we sacrifice for art, you know. It's like the more you sacrifice, the better the art. They call it the starving artist. I know what that's like, trust me. I didn't eat all week because I had to perform yesterday at a new gym, and I didn't want to risk injury, and I wanted to also do good. The more that extra weight you're carrying around, the worse it is for performance, in my opinion. Athletic, to be explosive, to be agile, to have relative strength. Relative strength means how strong you are compared to your size and your body weight. So if you're small, but you can do a lot of pull-ups, you're relatively strong. And fighting is in weight classes, so that's the most important thing. It's not to be the biggest. You're not a good fighter by being able to lift a lot of weight. If you're big, that's not really going to help you. What's going to help you is to be able to move yourself around your opponent. To move your opponent is one thing, but you also have to be able to, move yourself around him. Because you're not just going to go in there, hit the person once, and then good night. You have to be ready for a battle, which is going to take everything that you have. All your strength, all your stamina. And so you need endurance. And if you have to carry around a lot of weight, and not only that, every little extra little pound, every ounce is going to be just a little bit less energy that you have, a little bit less success, so it builds up. And I'm 42 now. I have a lot of injuries, my neck, my knees, and I can't risk injury. And I'm performing and I'm fighting against people who are hormonally enhanced, meaning they're either taking steroids or they're eating animals that have their hormones in there. Like I said before, I'm not denying that you can get bigger and stronger on that stuff, but it's a trade-off. So to me, it's not worth it to take the shortcut. To me, the best way is the natural way. For longevity, for safety, to lead by example. I don't want to show people, that the idea is to just get bigger, and for what? A lot of people, they overcompensate. So the Liver King, for example, he's very short. He got made fun of when he was a kid. So what did he do? He overcompensated by getting bigger. And he didn't grow taller, but he got way, more muscular. And he did that on steroids. For what? Why did you take the shortcut and take steroids? Because you felt inadequate in yourself. So that didn't fix the problem. And all these drugs, it creates an underlying demineralization, because you only have a certain amount of life force, and the more you have to use of that, the shorter your life. So Liver King, you watch him work out, you can see how there's purple in his back, and that's his heart that's not oxygenated. Purple's not a good color for circulation. Red. Purple's close to blue. NG. Yeah. No, purple's a good color. It's royalty. It's spiritual. Purple's a good color for healing. It's like you put the best of both worlds together. Maybe Liver King will live a long time. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't even put that out there because I don't want people to get hurt. He's got a family. I can criticize the behavior without criticizing the person. And his whole ancestral tenets is pretty good except for the eating raw flesh. He grounds himself, meaning he walks on the dirt with bare feet. He connects to the electromagnetic energy of the earth. He gets enough sleep. He works out really hard. And that is honoring our ancestors, like he says. But what about the people today? What responsibility do we have to the people today who don't have the farm that he has to eat the raw cows, to kill the cows, eat their testicles, eat their hearts, eat their organs, eat their raw flesh like he does? And what about the people that not only can't afford that, but if you want to talk about the math of survival, as the Earth's population continues to grow, there isn't enough room of farmable land that can support that menu. So life food is for a sustainable future. My menu, which is based on Dr. David Jubb's Life Food Certified Ingredients List, is the mathematically most efficient and healthiest menu for human beings and for the planet. It's a menu, it's an ingredients list that can support life on this earth and much more life, much more people than we have now. Elon Musk said it in a tweet. We can sustain a larger population than we have even now. There's no scarcity of farmable land, but you have to grow the right crops. The soil has to be regenerated, and that's what the movie Kiss the Ground is about. I invite you to look that up. Alright. Dino trax. Cheesy. Tastes like goldfish. That's my plan. And I gotta put this in the hydrator. I'm gonna sign off, but I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm going to go across the street and eat some mulberries off my neighbor's tree. Let me see if my phone will reach, the Wi-Fi will reach. If not, I'll just leave the phone here. I do have to put some shorts on because I'm in my underwear. Because I accidentally peed on my pants. Jeans. You know, it's kind of chilly today. Maybe I'll wear jeans. Wear these black jeans. Alright, so at the beginning of this year I said I'm only going to eat one recipe until I become successful. It's called the law of attraction. And it was at the time Dino cheese, but then I switched it to Dino trax, which is basically Dino cheese in cracker form. So I haven't eaten all week. The first thing I ate just now was the dough of Dino trax. Now I'm gonna eat some other stuff, and then when I start fasting again Sunday, I'll end my eating with more Dino trax. Okay, and then after I end the stream, I'll put all my ingredients away. And oh, that's what it is, the chop shop. These guys got an illegal chop shop. My neighbors, I'll show you. Okay, and there's the mulberry tree. So, let's see, let me flip the camera over. This way I can go over there. Say something, Zach. Most of the mulberries ended up on the floor. Let me just check the one in the back here. There's a tiny bush on my property. Nope. These are the leaves, but there's no berries. There's some on the floor. Small ones. Yeah, I feel guilty.